Alright, so it's like 1,000 degrees in my house today, so I want to get this review shot as quickly as possible so I can get back upstairs to my desk and sit between two tower fans while I edit this thing. So let's get right into the second episode of the 6th Stephen Bomb, Dugout, in which Stephen and Connie bump into Connie's dad as he is on his way to a job at Funland. Remember, he is kind of a consulting security guard. Apparently, Mr. Smiley has had issues with people breaking in and vandalizing the place at night. And when they get there, sure enough, the fence has been broken. They go inside and they chase around what seems to be a large intruder for quite some time. But in the end, it turns out to be Onion, who was made to seem larger by the light of their flashlight. And the entire time, Onion has been running from them because he didn't recognize them because Stephen and Connie were playing undercover and he doesn't know Connie's dad. So Stephen comforts him. Everything seems fine until you realize that maybe he wasn't running from them exclusively. Because as Stephen, Connie, and Connie's dad step away, two silhouettes appear in shadow behind Onion, ominously, and the episode ends. What can I say about this episode? It was obviously a tease for the rest of the bomb, and normally that would bother me, but that wasn't all that it was. This episode was a lot more than that. First of all, Stephen and Connie's undercover personas were great. Random references. I don't even know why they picked these two characters. They picked Mario from Super Mario, and Carmen Sandiego from an old game show and cartoon. Pretty sure it was like early 90s-ish. I don't even freaking remember. The personas that they adopt in this episode are in-universe XPs of those characters, and it was absolutely hilarious. Onion, when he finally realized that it was Stephen who was following him around when it was someone who he could trust. It was really sweet. The way he reacted to seeing Stephen was very sweet. But what I liked most about this episode was Connie's dad, Doug. He's such a nice guy dad. He makes dad jokes. He goes out of his way to try to impress the kids, even though there's nothing super impressive about his job. He doesn't see action. It's not like he's a cop. But more than anything, he wants to be there and be impressive for his daughter. And I absolutely love the message that ended off this episode. Or their part in the episode, I guess. Doug is all worried that because he's not some big-time doctor like her mom is, or a magic space alien like Stephen, that he doesn't have a place in her life anymore. At the very least, his place is diminishing. But Connie flat out tells him that she likes having a normal dad. She needs something like that in her life to keep her grounded. And I loved that. It was just so... It was so sweet. The entire episode was so sweet. And genuinely funny in a lot of places. So, while this episode did clearly tease for the rest of the bomb, like, for example, the large shadow that Onion cast in the light of the flashlight was supposed to make us think that it was the large gem from the promos, it didn't bother me because the episode still felt complete on its own, and I liked getting to see that Connie's dad was a nice, regular dad, where her mom's kind of strict and overbearing, her dad is not, and that made me happy for her. This is certainly not the most impressive episode of The Bomb, by far, but I really enjoyed it. As per usual though, guys, I asked what did you think of this episode. If you have seen it, let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below. Either way, this has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later.
Well, she sneaks around the world from India to Carolina. She's a sticky-fingered filcher from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you for a ride on a slow boat to China. Tell me, where in the world is Veronica Cucamonga?